I'm Chris Montera, your host, along with
Jamie Davis, the pod medic. Great to have everybody here.
I think we should get some of our show
let's
guests.
Bring our people up. Who are we going to bring up first?
Well, Kyle's closing his...
Kyle David Bates. Who
I'm going to beat tomorrow night in darts.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, we're having a major dart contest.
Not major.
It
could be major.
I'm going to be announcing. I'm going to do a play-by-play. I'm going to have my little Zoom H4 mic there, and I'm going to go ahead and record a live radio play-by-play on my. I do it on my iPhone using Ustream. We'll Ustream a live play-by-play of the dart competition.
Well, okay.
Kyle David Bates steps up to the line. Consternation lives on this man's face.
You know what's amazing about Kyle is a little-known fact. When he was in college, he actually got to go to the dart tournament for the World Poker Series, and amazingly enough,
they wouldn't let him in the chess club.
Well, you know what was sad?
Wow.
And the smack talk continues.
Smack talk continues. There we go.
So, hey, Kyle, it's great to have you here. Thanks for coming in and you're going to do a First Few Moments episode with us on Thursday.
On Thursday, yes.
Excellent. You got to lean right in on that mic.
Right on that one. There we
go. Make it your friend.
You got to lick it almost. You got to almost lick the mic.
Yeah. Next topic.
Kyle, you walked around when you got here. What are some of the things that you definitely want to make sure you catch as you're walking around the show here and you've seen all the things? What are you looking to accomplish over the next 2.5 days?
I think some of the things that we're going to look at really falls in line with the First Few Moments. We're going to be checking out some of the disaster management programs and equipment that are out there, some of the various triage kits that are out there. Look at some various care equipment, such as immobilization devices and collars, and some roadway safety issues as well.
Cool.
So you're going to really catch in a bunch of different booths and seeing what they've got set up there. Is there something that is there one place that you really want to see, or one particular thing that you wanted to catch up with since you knew you were going to be coming here?
In terms of the exhibit hall?
Is there a specific exhibit, or are you going? Is there a specific speaker or event?
A lot of the pediatric stuff I'm going to go to. We're going to be launching in October, PDU, PEDI-U.com. We'll be launching that website and podcast for pediatric-specific education.
Will that podcast be added to the ProMed network?
We're hoping to.
Yes.
There is no hoping.
We will
You're
be.
in, man.
Excellent.
Just let us know when it launches. So what's PDU? Is it going to be...
Well, we're hoping to address a lot of the pediatric concerns a lot of providers have. If you notice, in terms of EMS, there's not a lot of pediatric education, even from baseline and continuing education. So we're looking to put together a podcast to address some of those concerns, more along the lines of assessment. What's sick, what's not sick, and why are they, along those lines. We're hoping to get some various physicians on, some various pediatric specialists as well to help us with that podcast.
I'm looking forward to that. So you have to make sure you, when you're ready to launch, and come on the MedicCast, and we can maybe do an interview segment with you. You're the primary host. We got a couple of hosts.
I'm the primary host. Dr. Lou Romig and I are going to be recording the first episode in mid-October.
Okay.
Very cool. And you can also find that on EMS Radio.
Very cool.
Yes. Well, and we're going to figure out some EMS Radio ProMed coolness coming up soon.
Not a problem.
I love it.
Not a problem.
I think we will. But also tell us a little bit about design and why are you really here? I mean, you're here because we want you to help us podcast, but there's another reason you're here. You're actually doing some kind of talk?
Yeah, actually I'm presenting two presentations on Friday.
Okay.
They deal with education and designing education along those lines. The first one is called Cheated, and it's how to create visual case studies. It's from a workshop that Greg Fries and I do called Enhanced Visual Presentations. We've given them at a few workshops across the country that shows people that a normal lecture doesn't have to be words, that we can actually work through. If you're going to talk about cardiac disease, you can actually work it from how we really do it in real life with a dispatch. And start with dispatch, start with our call, our general impression, and work through all that aspects. And then what goes through your mind? You have a patient having chest pain. You go through your assessment, then you start thinking of all your differential diagnoses. And that's kind of how we work, so why don't we teach it that way? So it does that, but not only through words, we actually show the folks how to take the pictures and photograph it for these visual case studies. And the lecture that I'm doing on Friday, the one is the the cheated method, which is the method that we use to establish the program, and gives them some ideas on photography. And followed by that one is the art of education, which is using images in education. So we're going to talk about some fair use and some copyright out there, where to get images, but we're really going to focus on photographic techniques, because I'll tell you, most of the time it's just easier to go out and shoot the picture than it is to try to find it. And
right.
you're going to save yourself a lot of time and a lot of headache in terms of copyright.
Very cool. And then, so are those the only? That's all you're doing?
That's all I'm doing. Just got two.
That's not so bad.
And he's coming to his show here.
Well,
and
he's
he's
doing
going
the show
to come help us out. And
then he's going to lose to darts.
And
I
the
am
darts,
not losing the darts.
Wednesday night, 9:30. If you want to find out more about that and you're listening to this sometime Wednesday morning and you want to come, it's open to anyone to come along. We found a really great little hole-in-the-wall kind of place that's got cheap drinks.
Cheap drinks.
And a lot of fun, dartboards. And
a dartboard.
A dartboard, possibly two.
We've been practicing.
That's cheap. That's cheating.
That's
it's not cheating.
I don't have a dartboard to throw at.
So?
I throw at the cap, but my wife gets upset.
Well, or throw at the cat. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Well, no, you can find it if you search the hashtag EMS Expo on Twitter. You'll be able to find it. Or if you don't, then ask one of us here at the booth.
Follow Geeky Medic,
Yes.
Pod Medic, Image Medic, Ms. Paramedic, Geramedic. I'm thinking
There's
of
a lot of
theme.
medics.
There's a
lot of
theme
medics.
here.
There's a lot of medics.
And then
Yes.
at Carissa O.
Ooh, Carissa.
Oh.
Curacao.
That's
That's the best way to spell it, though.
All right.
I love Carissa. She apparently hates me, but I love her. and then we have Anne. We don't have a name for yet.
We don't have a name. We're going to come up with a clever
Nurse,
tag.
Nurse-ish type name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.